Hey, welcome in everybody. I made it here today. Sorry about yesterday. Can't help that. So we're going to be working on the bat wings, and I'm going to be repairing also. Let me flip my camera. I'm going to repair the wing earrings because they came apart at the top. So we're going to be doing that too. So welcome in. I'm Organic Silver Moon Designs. I'm a jewelry and a canvas artist for everyone who comes in. And we're in the middle of doing the extended Halloween bat necklace, bat wing necklace. So we're going to be live. We are live. And we will see, since I fudged up the last time, hopefully everyone will show up. So I'm in the middle of getting this jump ring, large jump ring, fixed on the bat wing earring. So this is a repair from the last live. They're kind of steampunky, so they're not meant to look real fragile. It's not meant for someone who's not into wearing this type of jewelry. Okay, so we're going to fix this wing right here that came apart. And we're going to be learning how to what? Do these with a heat gun. Because you can. Because the clay is going to be thin enough. So we're going to start in a moment, and I'm going to be cutting this ball into half, and then I'm going to take it and hand roll it out. I already softened it. And then we're going to make 2 wings, and we're going to add glow powder to them. I'm going to do blue this time. Make sure you guys can see this. So welcome in, everybody. I'm Organic Silver Moon Designs. I'm a jewelry and a canvas artist. I'm usually not on this early, so we're on at 4 o'clock today, Eastern time, my time. The other day I was exhausted, thought I was going to be here, and lo and behold, I get out of church and I fell asleep and woke up and it was already too late. So we're going to also, hi Sherry, how are you tonight? I'm not using anything but my phone tonight, so let's see if I can get this up here so I can see what I'm doing. So anyway, we're going to repair this wing, which I didn't want to do off camera because it wouldn't do any good if I did it that way and didn't show you what I did. How are you doing tonight, Sherry? Thanks for coming in. Hi, Pirates. How are you tonight? Welcome in. So we're going to be making another set of bat wings, only these bat wings are going to go for a necklace. But in the meantime, I'm doing the repair work from the other live that I did because this actually came apart. And I'm going to take some clay and fill this in so I can repair it. And then these will get sealed up and I'll use the heat gun on it again. I don't recommend using a heat gun if you're doing thicker pieces than this. I definitely recommend using a oven of some type. I personally recommend using a toaster oven. So I'm just going to chop this up here because I'm going to use that inside the wing and we're going to repair it. How's everybody that night? I'm having a hard time seeing on my screen. I'm going to try this. Hold on. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. So am I supposed to catch on to this? It said Bater, and then it said, I thought your name was Pirate, or Pirates. Pirate something. I'll just know that I always have moderators in the room. If you're not a moderator, you need to be at least 18 years old to be in here, even though we're not doing anything really that would be considered offensive or any other way. But sometimes as adults, we'll slip up and say something, and that's why it's not a children's room. And no one under the age of 18 is allowed to be in during the live. So I'm just flattening this out because I'm going to use this to fill that crack. And I'm going to use the crack in the clay. Wow. Don't forget to thumbs up everyone while you're in here, because afterwards it takes an hour to 2 hours for it to upload. Just so you know, I really appreciate all the support. Welcome in, everybody. Some people voted the day that I had no picture. I still haven't figured out how that happened or why. But I am using a new phone, so hopefully I will not have as many problems. Okay. I'm just placing this in here. Hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing. Yancy Develi, Van Hess Develi 5697. Welcome in. As long as you're 18, you're welcome to be here. No, I am not using anything with glue in it. We're going to depend strictly on the clay grabbing the other clay. Hopefully I won't have to add anything to it. I do have a liquid clay that I can use if necessary. So, trying to see my own hands working here too. Okay, then I'm going to lay another piece on top of here. I want to cut that. And we are repairing the top because it actually came open. The top part of the wing on these came open on the top from the back. And so I'm repairing that before we get started on the bat wing necklace. These actually go with that necklace. So, and I have a really sturdy big jump ring in here, and there's a reason for that. Okay, I'm going to add another piece here. This is boring, I know, but this is a part of it. So we'll get through the boring part, and then I'll work on the other two wings for the necklace. But on these two, of course, I used white Sculpey and black Primo, and I used Art and Glow powder. On the necklace, they're going to glow blue. So that's what's going to happen on the necklace, whereas the other was green. We're going to do blue on the necklace, and it will glow. Let me see if I can get it up under my light up here. Way up. This is an extended Halloween, everybody. I don't know if I can get it to show it glowing or not, but anyway, it does glow. I'll show, it'll work when I put it in the oven. So folks, don't forget to thumb up the live while you're in here. It really helps support and bring the algorithm up. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I think I've got that fixed where it's not noticeable. And then I will recover this too, by the way. I will put more UV resin, which is a hard type of UV resin, and put it under the lamp so it will harden. And they're already shiny. You just can't tell from there. But we'll put some more UV resin on there because the other clay kind of dulls it down, putting it together. Thank you for your patience. Any questions, anyone? I see we have 5 people in here, it says. Awesome. So make sure you thumb up. It really helps with the algorithm. Okay, so we're going to get ready to make some noise. I'm just warning you. I'm getting ready to turn on a heat gun. If you have headphones on, you might want to turn them down. Here we go, folks. Heat gun. I'm just holding that with that because it gets really hot. So we're just using this to seal it up and seal the clay without having to use any liquid clay. If you want to use liquid clay, you can. But it really shouldn't be necessary if you do it properly. Do what? You don't need to see so much of the window. Yeah. Well, I need to be able to see my screen, so I'm not here to let everybody be mesmerized because they can't see the window and the junk in it. I have this like this so I can see what I'm doing. Believe it or not. I can't see my talk after that, Sherry. And so I had to lift it up in order for me to be able to see the screen, and I had to move the camera down so I could see the chat. That's why. Is resin toxic? Not that I know of. Toxic usually means, I don't know, I've never heard it referred to as toxic. I wouldn't eat or drink it. Common sense prevails. You don't put it in your mouth, you don't swallow it. Okay. It's not anything that you can eat or drink. But once it dries and seals, it's fine because this is the one I got. I know because I read it, even though it's from Japan. You can't eat off of this, but they call it food safe, which means if it's touching your skin and it's already sealed, a lot of things people buy have resin on them, including key rings. So, just a second here. All right. And I'm getting ready to turn the, I've got everything sew up on top of each other in here right now. I'm getting ready to turn this on, which is the UV oven. I don't need a screenshot, Sherry. I can't look at it. I know the things up there, but I have a hard time while it's live seeing what I'm doing. So that's why I do this. And I can't go look at a screenshot you send me. I know you're seeing that, but you should also be seeing what I'm doing. It's not taken from that, is it? I know you said it's sent, Sherry. I understand, but I can't go look at it. Not during the live. Okay. So you should be able to see this okay, folks. And I realize you see my shirt and the oven over there and the window blind that's down where the cat did her damage too, but I don't think anybody cares. They care about what I'm doing. So you should have been able to see this before, were you not? Were you not able to see it? Was everybody able to see this? Whoever else is in here, are you able to see what I'm doing? What are you talking about, Sherry? No, we don't. Something what? What are you talking about? Okay, let's work on getting this resin on these pieces. And I appreciate your help. This still has resin in it. Believe it or not, this type of resin will not harden up unless it's under the UV light. So it's not the type of resin you buy that hardens up in light. There's resin that will harden up in light. Boy, can you guys hear that storm? I bet you can't. All right. And if you hear a grinding in the back room behind me, a grind noise, it's my cat's litter box. Raking. Okay. So I'll probably end up pouring this anyway. I'll end up pouring this, but I'm going to try and do a little bit because we're going to do the backs of these because I didn't resin them on the back the last time. So we're just using this to tap the resin on there. Let me try this. I got to try something because it'll drive me nuts. I'll just bring you guys up closer and closer so you can see what I'm doing. And I can see everything else. Hopefully the chat. Some people will be in here later because this is I'm going to see how long this takes to do to get these repaired. And we're going to start on the necklace. And all we're doing, you can use a toothpick, by the way. I'm just doing this because it makes like a little paddle. And it's not like crazy glue or anything, folks. It's just UV hard resin. And once it sets under that light, it will set up. And it'll stay nice and shiny, and it makes like a hard coat on it. All right. Whoops. And I'm going to pull this out, this tray over here. I don't want to pull it all the way out. I did that the last time, and it was really hard getting it back in there, so I'm pulling out the lighting tray here. Hey, this is a crafting artist room. If you don't see a mess in an artist room or in a cook's kitchen, they don't cook and they're not a real artist. Okay. Hear that? Can you guys hear that wind? Yeah. I'm trying to see what they said. I have to pull it down. So you're saying say thank God for a few minutes ago to be able to say thank God for a few minutes ago to me, be able to say thank God for his birthday is on a part-time job. Hi Jamal P40. Are you in here for arts and because we're in here doing art and craft? I don't know if it's somebody's birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you, folks. Remember to thumb up the live if you come in because it really helps with the algorithm. So my name is Lydia and I'm a mixed media artist. I do jewelry, canvas, metals. We're just working on some resin polymer earrings right now. Glow in the dark. This is an extended Halloween. We must be getting ready to have really bad storms out where I am because the wind is kind of raging outside the window. Remember, folks, you need to be at least 18 years old to be in here. If you're not 18, thumb up the live, come back if you want and watch it after the live. You can be here. But if you're not 18 and you're in here, you cannot stay. It is the rules of YouTube. If you're not 18 years old, you must be at least 18 years old to be in this room during a live. So anyway, I think we might be getting some storms. I don't know where those storms are going to right now. Okay, so this one is ready to go in the oven. We are putting it right in there right now. Wow. All right, give me just a second here. Let's see. Okay, this is plugged in. I have a timer thing on this thing too, and sometimes it sets on. There we go. Okay. I was hoping it would go back that way. I'm tipping it up. There we go. And it's going right in there. And I don't know if you guys can notice, but on the edges where it's green, it's really glowing. That's the Art and Glow powder, the green Art and Glow powder. Hey folks, don't forget to thumb up. I really appreciate your help. Thumb up and subscribe. There's more good stuff coming. So anyway, it says we have 5 people in here. And I only see 3 thumbs up, but that could be my screen. I've had this happen before on YouTube. Okay. So I'm moving that way out of the way. There's a tendency to make a big mess, get on everything. Even if it doesn't harden, it makes a big mess. So I'm going to wipe this all out of the way. And since I don't have a timer here, it's about 20 minutes for this resin to go like it should. So we'll see. I'm at 24, almost 25, so 25, 35 will be 10 minutes. And 45 will be 20 minutes. That's the way I'll know on my screen when it's ready. right. So I'm gonna get some more black out here because we're gonna make 2 more sets of wings. That was to fix the earrings there so that they'll be all right. We're just well. I'm pulling that back some. Okay. There we go. Just going to cut these up a little more, and then I'm going to roll them out, and then I'm going to bring out my other thing that I use so I can make the corners and the little edges on the bat wings. So this is just polymer clay, Primo, black. If you were doing this in a regular oven or a toaster oven, even I can't remember, it's $2.75, I think. Okay. Yeah, it's $2.75 for 20 minutes. See, the light went out to the oven. My whole screen went off. Did you hear me? My whole screen went off. So I don't know if you guys can see, but those are glowing in there. Okay. There we go. I've got to get this back up in the stand. So where's everybody from tonight that's in here? And we have, I call him Mr. Bojangles. He's here to keep us company on this scary extended Halloween. Yeah. Like, hello, Sherry. I got my eye on you. Okay. Yeah. You're in there. Okay. He fell off. See, you scared him. There you go. You scared him. He jumped. He said, I gotta leave. Okay, so we're just chopping up some Primo black clay here. And I'm going to roll it out, and I'm going to start to make... I'm going to do 2 bat wings, but it's 1 bat wing per necklace. So... And I did soften this clay up earlier, folks, but I'll tell you, it doesn't take long. I can't see what you're doing. It's actually not that cold in the house. The house is about 70 degrees. That's pretty warm. But it's what happens all the time. Okay, so we're going to try rolling it some. And I'm going to move this up some like this. I don't know. I really don't know why it's that stiff. It shouldn't be. But it is. And I had worked it an hour before I came in here. I was working it. We call this the workhorse of polymer clay. Primo is the workhorse of polymer clay. But it's definitely like, I don't know. Of course, this is kind of cool, but you have to have it to work on. Yep, there it goes again. My oven light. It is glowing though in there. I'm going to see if that leaves it on longer. Hope it does. Back over here. We're just going to have to work on this clay here so that I can start the 2 bat wings for the bat wing necklace. This is a Halloween extended spooktacular. And this is for the bat wing necklace. And you're right, it's really, I'm surprised it should not be this hard because I had already been working it. Sorry, I got to do it in order to get it rolled out in order to make the bat wings. Hi, Anexica. Welcome in. I'm Organic Silver Moon Designs. Did you get bopped out or something? Did somebody get knocked out? Folks, don't forget though that you have to be 18 to be in here. It's YouTube's rules, but you can come back later and watch if you want. Just don't forget to thumb it up now because the thumbs up help with the algorithm. And it really helps my channel and I really appreciate it. Yeah. I'm working on softening this Primo black clay. And I have an oven going right now with the other 2 wings in it, the bat wing earrings. And I did a repair on one because it had come apart when I did the jump rings on it. Thanks so much, Sherry. I appreciate all your help. Yeah, folks, listen up. I need you to thumbs up. It really does help. I'm holding my hand down here on the left side, trying not to shake the phone that's hooked to the desk. Even though it's on an arm, it still shakes. Is it shaking for you guys? Like, is it moving? Okay. I'm just going to roll this out some. Pull that back down some. We're prepping this to turn it into bat wings, which are going to be, we're going to be using Art Glow. I decided that the bat wing necklace would be blue. The Art and Glow for that. I'm not sure. I'm going to try something. And under there too. A second. And then I'm going to turn off the light. I don't know if you guys can tell that that's glowing. It actually is. I'll hold my hand this way, the light doesn't get to it. It actually is glowing. So now I'm going to get the light back on. The green's showing real good in that UV oven. We're just rolling out to get our bat wings here because I'm going to make 2. It is going to be a necklace. And I'm going to be using blue Art and Glow. By no way am I sponsored by them. If I was, I'd be rich. Blue Art and Glow powder, which is glow-in-the-dark powder. This thing just isn't going to give me a break for making this stay on. I think I got the timer set wrong on it. Okay, try that again. All right, Oh, we're not going to worry about that. I'll just take it off and get the other one up there. Just going to take this and pull it off. It's almost impossible to get polymer clay off of anything without using the razor. So we must be getting some storms and I don't know about it. So I can really hear the tree out there. Right outside my window there's a tree. And it's just blowing away. The winds are really heavy. So we're cutting off both of these edges here. And we're doing the spectacular bat wing necklace with bat wings for the necklace like we did for the earrings. If you were here the last time, you got to see me make the earrings. And there's a video out there on part 1 of it where I did the earrings. There we go. Okay. Cut this off here. I think that's about center. I'll work on one at a time. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay, so the surface I'm working on, believe it or not, this is a tile. You have to buy it at a hardware store or a feed store. They're not that expensive. I forget what I paid for this. It's been a while back. They may have gone up a little. But it's about, I'm guessing, a 12-inch tile, 12-inch across, and at least 12-inch here. So a foot by foot. And it's a shiny, just tile that you would use in your house if you were going to tile the floor. Okay, that'll be awesome, Sherry. So we're going to get ready and do some shaping on this, on our bat wing. Remember, I'm making all these by hand. This isn't with a cutter or a pre-made something, because I've seen them out there and they look like they were just shoved out right off the assembly line. So what you're seeing is handcrafted actual art of making the bat wing, not making one that's been put with a cutter and all that. It's a little more work, but it's kind of worth it. And then we're going to sort of cut up this way. I'm using, this is like an X-Acto razor. It's one of my cheaper ones, but it works with the polymer clay so that I can make smaller cuts without pulling the big razor there that's laying on this one here instead of using that one. Okay, now I'm going to take my fingers and just shape this. You can do this too. It's not that hard. You're just going to press down and press up with your fingers at the same time. Press down and press up on the clay. Because we sort of want to get that bat look going on there. The bat wing. Oops. Gotta be careful, I pull too hard on it. All right. I'm gonna roll this a little bit more. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you, Sherry. You're so kind. That darn light keeps turning off. I've got to figure out what it's actually sitting on, but that's okay. I'll just keep turning it on. And I don't know if you can tell, but that stuff is glowing in there. Can you even see if it's glowing? I don't know if you can see it the way I have it. All right, I got to take it down some. There we go. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually is glowing. the green. So I got a freeze warning. That's weird. Yeah, so if you can see, this actually is glowing, the green. But that is far from being ready to pull. So I see we still have 2 people in here. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. So now I'm pulling this up. And I'm going to use a jump ring just like I did before. Because I don't know where my little round things are that I press in here to make the circles. But these will work the same way. You just take a jump ring. Sorry. Back off. Take a jump ring and press down in there. I'm going to use this instead of my hands. Just press down in there like that. So that we can actually, we're going to take the razor next and run it around. I don't know, like, I'm not sure if you guys can see close enough. See where that circle is in the clay? Then we're going to take the cutter here. And we're going to cut around that circle. And then we're going to just pick it out of there like that. We don't want to do this all the way over because that's too deep. But we're going to do some littler ones. I'm going to pick this up a little bit here. I'm going to do another one here. Only this time I'm doing it this way with just a razor. You can too with just a razor. There we go. Pull this back some. So you sort of have to use your hands along with the cutters to kind of shape it. Oops. There we go. All right. I'm going to use this razor again and lift it up. And then we're going to get ready to put the white clay on it to show the veins. It's not too bad. It's different because it's going to be a necklace one versus the earring one. Well, yeah, you're so neat, Sherry. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we're going to cut some little lines in here too. So that when I do the white, it'll have a vein in here. Do a little vein there too. Okay, and then on the top, oops. By the way, the rattier your wing looks, the better it is, because how many people know perfect bat wings? Have you seen an animal out in nature with everything perfect? Okay. Give me just a second here. And I learned the hard way a couple weeks ago, I guess, when the Halloween I started doing it. I was playing Halloween music. That was okay. But then I decided to play William Shatner, and I got in trouble. You know, Star Trek's Captain Kirk. And it wasn't a mean trouble, so it shut the live down until I pulled the camera off of it. As soon as I pulled the camera off and shut it off and then came back, it went right back up. So that was pretty wild. And you weren't here the night, were you, Sherry, when the clay burned? Walk in the Rain was here. And Kelly was here. And Andrew was here. And Lana was here. Okay, so these should be, but I'm not sure. These should be done. I'm going to actually have to pull this out and use a razor. I'm going to have to start putting something on my oven so it doesn't stick. Because I don't want to damage this. There we go. That one let loose. See? I got to cut that off there. There we go. Got that off. I think I can use, by the way, folks, you can use the nail polish remover as well as alcohol to help with your clay and to help with doing removal of the resin. Okay, so now we've seen the floor. All right. So can you guys see how shiny these are? Let me see if I can. This is the backs of them. We're going to do the front again too. It sort of looks like a glass, like it's just been spilled on there. See that shiny stuff? Same thing for this one. See it? Can you see it now, Sherry? Looks like shiny glass. That's the resin. I know you should be, everybody should be able to see this now. So welcome in, folks. I really appreciate you being here. And we're now going to do the front of these one more time. I'm going to resin these on the front while I'm still working on the other bat wing for the necklace. Yeah, there we go. I'll put some more resin on the front of these. Okay. I may have to get some more resin in my cup for it too. Yep, I am. Normally use a toothpick, folks. Don't do as I do. Get a toothpick. Sherry, are you still there? Okay, tell me, somebody, whoever else is in the chat, because I know there's more. There's like, welcome in. We're doing a spooktacular ghosty bat wings necklace and the earrings. I am fixing and finishing them because they did not get completely done on the last live. Thank you. So could you see that? Could you see the resin before, Sherry, when I pulled it up? I tried to make it so you could see the resin. It almost looks like liquid clear. See? Yeah, that's the resin you're seeing all shiny. And it's, by the way, the resin has like, I mean, it's, I can't make my nails do it, but on there, you can hear the resin. I'm not tapping the other. That's the resin. In fact, if you look, there's resin over the edge on the front on this one. Now I've got to get that off. That came from the back. So I'm going to cut this right here. I think I am. There we go. Then I'm going to re-resin the whole front side. Because when it goes on the back like that, it will come through any cracks or anything onto the front. Hold on. You guys should be able to see what I'm doing. I'm just using this like a little spoon scoop. You know how you do when you blow bubbles? And we're just mixing it up in there and bringing it out. And then laying it on the piece. And we're going to put these in for another 20 minutes. And while that's doing, I'll be finishing up the beginning of the end of the bat wing for the necklace. So you walked in, if you're just coming in, it's Spooktacular Halloween Extended bat wing necklace. And I had to get these finished and fixed because Sherry Andrew was asking about these, the earrings, because we weren't able to finish them that night. It was so late. So that's what we're doing. We're finishing up the batwing earrings and we're working on the necklace too at the same time. So I'm just using this to smooth the resin over with because you don't need a lot. You don't, if you get too much, you're going to have it. And even if you don't get too much, even if you don't get too much, it'll still, like it went through on the other side. Okay, so now this is all covered and is all resin. I'm going to put this back into the light, and I'm going to re-resin this one here too. Okay, so I'm putting that over in the oven. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to turn the light on. How do you get what off? What are you asking, Sherry? I see you're laughing. What are you asking? What are you saying? What, I don't get what you're saying. Well, trying to rush this up so I can finish doing the batwing necklace. I had a bunch of people in here when the video went haywire and I didn't have any video. All I had was sound. So, sadly. Okay, and I'm surprised I don't see Mocha here. But he wasn't feeling too good, so I understand. Okay. So we're just using this little wire to spread out the UV resin, which I'm using hard resin. And by the way, this resin will not harden up completely. You could still clean it off if it gets on something, because it really doesn't use the sun to harden up. It uses your UV light. And you can get one of those little hand UV lights too, if you can't afford an oven. Sherry, I'm asking what you're asking to get what off? The resin off of what? If you're talking about the resin, you're not going to take the resin off these. You want them to be coated like this. It makes it much sturdier and very much nicer looking. Okay. All right, now I'm going to turn the light back on in the oven. There we go. Oops. It's kind of hard to see them glowing, but they are glowing. Can you see that? Yeah, the UV resin. How do you get the UV resin off? Are you talking about if it gets on your hands or something? Or on something else? I just cut it off or use nail polish remover or rubbing alcohol. It depends. Most of the time you can get it off pretty easily though. In fact, I had some spill up behind my oven light that's still there and it's just tacky. I've got to get it wiped off. It came through the back on the front, but I wanted the front resin, so I just went back over it, is what I did. I went back over it. In fact, I can see under the light better there where the resin didn't get on it, so I'm getting it now. There we go. I got it. That one little drop. Yay! Yeah, it'll come off pretty easy. Yeah, the resin came through the front to the back, and anywhere I didn't want, I cut it off. If not, then I did the other. Okay, folks, we're working on these bat wings, and this is for the bat wing necklace. Okay. Trying to reshape this a little bit. I'm not thrilled about the shape of the end of that. And I think I just got resin on my hands. I thought I got it off there. Hold on. I got to wipe my table off. I'll just have to redo one because I got resin on this. Put it on there. Where's my napkin? There we go. Oh, yeah. See that now, Sherry and everybody? How it's glowing? The light went out and you can see it glowing. Yeah, it went through because it dripped over. Resin does that. It will drip over. I'll just clean this up a little. Hopefully it'll come up. If it doesn't, I'll use a razor on it. That's why I use this towel. Everyone, when you work on polymer clay, you want a piece of towel or a piece of marble. And sometimes that'll keep your clay from softening up too much. But you do not want to work on wood or even fake wood or plastic because the polymer will eat right through it. It will eat right through the material. Okay. My razor here. If you're in headphones, turn them off. I don't think this will be too loud, but I don't know. It could be. Just warning you. Wow. Okay, there we go. So now I'm doing the other side of those earrings. And now we're going to work on getting this bat wing for the necklace. Trying to get it to warm up because the other one just broke and got into the stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm working on the second bat wing. The other one got resin on it before it should. Okay. Because I'm doing them by hand, they're not being done out of a mold. It's real different. Okay. My light keeps going off. Oh well. Remember, folks, you don't want these perfect anyway. Nothing in life or nature is perfect either. Okay. So I'm going to do some lines in this. Everybody see okay? Sorry. I'm doing some lines in the top so that when I go to put the white clay down, I'm going to lay it into those lines. The veins. We're using white veins because on these bat wings, for Spooktacular Halloween Part 2 Extended, we're extending Halloween into November. Just trying to touch that up. There we go. Everybody see okay? Don't forget the thumbs up, folks. It really helps with the algorithm. I really appreciate it. I don't even have a clock to know what time it is, so let's see if I can see it. Yeah, I can. Okay. I got to flip my light on again. As I'm trying to get these earrings done and the starting of the batwing necklace. And then I will be coming back on. I'll be leaving and coming back on at 7:30, but we're going to stay here until I get this one done. All right. All right, now let me pull this up off of here. And then we're going to get some white clay here and do some little veins out of the white clay. This, by the way, is Sculpey Primo. This is Sculpey Original White. This is a clay I had burned in the oven a couple of weeks ago because I had too much mica powder in it. You got popcorn, huh, and hearts. Okay, awesome. And you're #1 in the chat room. That's great. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I really appreciate it. And for those coming in after the recording, this actually is going to be like a 2-part recording. So we're in part 2, extended Halloween, to do the batwing necklace, and we're finishing up the batwing earrings. So, and we're using Art and Glow so that the veins on the wings will glow. And I am rolling right now this out to make some little snakes. We're going to make like a sausage to start with, and then we're going to cut it in several pieces, and then we're going to make it into little snake rings. Well, they won't be snakes, they'll be little strings for the wings, so that the wing will have a vein. I'm going to move those pieces back there. I'm not sure, sorry about my hand in the way. I was trying to make sure everybody could see what I was doing. Whoa. Trying to get this real skinny and thin because that bat wing, you know, isn't but so wide and so big. So you just roll it back and forth. It's real simple. And Stars decided to jump up here. Get down, my cat. Okay, so we're going to take this. Sorry about that. I thought I was staying in frame, but I wasn't, and I realized it. We're going to cut right here. And I think I'm going to do like 3 of these. I don't want the top part of that, I just want the bottom of that. And I got to cut my lamp back on, and I didn't look at the time when I did it, so. Yeah, it's still got a little ways to go. Okay. So these actually are rather small. They may look bigger on camera, but they are rather small. Trying to make it really, really, really skinny, because we're going to make it into veins for the bat wing. All right. And the reason I don't have any music or anything is because I got copyright hit that night for having William Shatner, Star Trek guy, the captain of Star Trek, was doing a special for Halloween. Trying to get this the way I want it to lay. And I'm looking at where I did the cut lines. I'm going to cut that because we don't want it all the way down there. There we go. I'm going to do another one. Have it at an angle. Like that. These are the veins on the wings. I'm going to put a couple more in the middle there. I'm just rolling these out to little bitty. Yeah, Shatner. Thank you. Hey, Walking the Rain. I didn't expect you here this evening. How are you tonight? I'm so happy to see you. So we're working on the necklace, but we're also Walking the Rain. We're working on those earrings again. I'm finishing them. I finished them. We'll just put it that way. They're finished and they're in there with some more resin. Isn't that weird? I actually got a bubble in my resin there. That's weird. That's the first time I ever had that happen. Wow. That is a first. Wow. I'm going to have to sand that down, guys. There's actually a bubble in the resin. That's the first time I ever had that happen. Hey, how are you doing, Will Hat? Oh, you poor baby. Tell everybody what time it is for you. It's early. He's just, Will Hat's just getting up, and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at 5 in the afternoon here. You poor baby. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to be on again at 7:30. So I'm finishing up the earrings that we all started to see. So I've got them all resin. They look nice and prehistoric. And I used a huge jump ring, a heavy duty one on it, and then resin the back. And I may have to put more resin on it before it's over with. And I got a bubble in my other ring. So that was a first. I've never done that before. But I think it's because I added it to it. Look at this glow, though. Even through the resin. Look at the glow, Will Hat. Yeah, 9:15 in the morning, you poor baby. So the glow is really good. It came out really good. It's still baking under the oven. You poor baby. I'm going to be back on here at 7:30. I couldn't help it the other day. I came on live, everybody, at 4 p.m. I came on live. And sure enough, I didn't have any video. I had sound, no video, and I don't know how it happened. That's the whole thing. I don't know how it happened. Yeah, Walking the Rain is my go-to cheerleader, and so is Will Hat. I wonder if Lana's going to come in. I'm going to be back on at 7:30, guys. So I'm doing this kind of in a two-parter. What are you asking about? How? Andrew, what are you asking about? It's okay. Look, you were at Vaughn's. That's fine, man. She was doing that cool mask when I lost my video. I didn't even get to finish watching her. So it didn't help that I had church things this weekend, the whole weekend. So I was watching everything on Zoom because they're about 2.5, 3 hours away from me doing the church thing. So anybody that has any, like if you're disabled or something, they'll do Zoom for you. So you don't have to drive, because it would have been, for one trip for one day would be 140 miles for me. So it would have been 280 miles round trip for 2 days. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. And I didn't know how to fix it. So I told everybody I'd try to step out and come back, but I don't know. It could have been a glitch with the internet too. All right, so we're trying to get some more little veins on this one. I'm not as proud of this one as the other two, but that's okay. This is for the necklace, and it's going to be 2 pieces. So now I got to cut it to lift it up. I wanted to put chains on these, but they're too delicate. Is that the word I want to use? I'm afraid to, well, I might be able to drill in them if I put extra resin on them to hang the chains off the bottom. They're supposed to be kind of gothy, steampunky. Thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Remember, I got a new phone, and I'm not exactly working on 110% of knowing how to use all those special features it has. Like just a minute ago, it blipped. I hit something to look at the time, and it said something about Google, and I'm like, Google what? What on earth? And so I had to come back in, and it said something about live. I guess it didn't hurt anybody. They didn't see it. So we're working on this one. This is for the necklace. I want to do this in 2 pieces. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to try and sculpt some kind of, I don't know if I'm going to do a bat. I don't know. But I'm going to sculpt something because I feel like a little kid in romper room right now. But that's okay. I like the bat wings. They're cool. You know? Oh, and by the way, that white clay is not what got burnt about 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Walk in the Rain. Walk in the Rain stayed with me, didn't you? She stayed with me through the smoke and all that. It's this one that I added with this one in this clay. This is it's got sparkly stuff in it, but it's a primo clay and it's called Pearl. So I added that with the white. And so this is, the painting did not come out well because they were so burnt. These were so burnt. And the little evil eyes, they survived it. The paint, the other didn't. You're so nice. It's so early in the morning for him. He has to get up to come see me. Yeah, it was loud, wasn't it? Walking the Rain. The smoke was awful. It was choking me. It was bad. It was bad, bad, bad. Okay, so these ones here that I'm working on right now, this is going to be the necklace one. And I'm going to use blue. I'm using blue for you, Will Hat. It's blue, pretty blue. Hopefully it'll turn out really well. I still don't have a little thing to spoon it out. Oh yeah, I don't want to put this on it until, what am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so guys, if you have headset on, turn them down. I'm getting ready to run this to cure the clay. Now, I don't recommend this, just by the way, using a heat gun on everything. You'll go to other people's and they'll say, oh, it doesn't work. You don't want to use a heat gun. I'm telling you, it does work. If the clay is not that thick, you can set it and make it hard as if it went in the oven. It sure was, and that alarm was so loud. Oh my goodness, and I had the fan on my leg. Okay, here we go, folks. Turn down your headsets if you have them on. We're gonna use a heat gun to set these bat wing for the necklace. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, this heat gun, when I used it the other time, I got it too far up or something I did, and it set the alarm off, the fire alarm. It takes a few minutes to do this, but it's less than baking and it works. Yeah, I don't think Sherry was here that night for the Smoke Fest. I call it the Smoke Fest. Smoky Ghost Fest. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to use this because, believe it or not, that is really hot, folks. I mean, like, ooh, hot. Kind of hot, burn you hot. It is freaking hot. So I have to do both sides so it sets the clay. Okay, we're going with the heat gun again. Well, apparently it does because it did that one day when I did this. So I'm being real careful how I use the heat gun to make sure that it doesn't get near up there. Yeah, well, I've had it go off on my air fryer walking the rain. And there wasn't a bit of smoke at all when it went off on my air fryer. Had something to do with the heat. Hey folks, don't forget to thumb up and like the live. It really helps with the algorithm. And please do it while you're in here because it takes an hour or more to upload these videos and then you'll probably forget about it. So if you love me, help me thumb up my live. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to make sure this sets because it has to set before I put the other on it, and then we're going to put resin on it, and then we're going to put it in the UV oven. And I still have to, on this bat spectacular for the necklace, I still have to put a little hole in this so that I can run a jump ring through it so it will hang on the necklace. And I'm going to use this chain. It looks really delicate, but it's real pretty. And it's good, sturdy, silver-coated chain, and it doesn't turn. Yeah, you missed it. You missed that one, didn't you, Walking the Rain and Andrew? She really did. See? There you go. I told you, didn't I? Hold on. Yep. Oh, please. See, I set it off. It's from that heat gun. Okay. Hang on, because I got to do it a couple minutes. And I'll turn on my light and fan. Even though the fan's low, it's on. Do you believe that, guys? The heat gun set it off. And see, it was just the angle of it. Unbelievable. That's what it sounded like in here, Sherry. Only it was going off all night, wasn't it? Walking the Rain, Andrew. It was like loud. In fact, I had ended the live and Walking the Rain stayed with me. Do they make a cold gun? Well, it's because this is so hot. This towel is so hot you could burn your hands on it. Like you could cook something on it. That's how hot it is from the heat gun. So I have my overhead fan going on. Like right there. So I can get some air going in here. Oh, you went and seen the one where the alarm went off, the fire alarm? I was just sitting in there with Walk in the Rain and talking. I'd have a sip of my coffee milk, I call it. Yeah, it's safe. I mean, there's no problem. It's the heat, and my alarm is right before my door as you come into the studio. I'd say it's about 1, 2, 3 feet from the door up, but that means it's almost like it's less than 2 feet over me coming my way. It is safe. There's nothing dangerous about it. It's just the heat. It. Okay. First thing that happens in a fire, right, is you have heat, right? So if the fire hadn't gotten that bad, the heat from the fire will set an alarm off and notify the people in the house they need to get up and get out. I had I had a brother, half brother, who was a fireman, and so yeah, I know the difference. I'm just letting this cool a little bit. This is freaking really hot, super hot, like burn your fingers hot. So we're waiting for this to cool a little bit. Why am I not, have I got it too far up? There we go. We're waiting for that to cool a little bit right here. It's super hot. This towel is freaking burn your, I mean, you could get third-degree burns touching the towel right now. Thank you so much, Sherry. We're getting ready, everybody, to use Will Hat, known as Andrew's favorite what? Art and Glow Blue. These are going to be blue. So I think it's going to be really pretty, the blue. The one for the necklace is going to be blue, Andrew. Blue, blue, blue. Well, it's kind of early for, well, no, Lana's on the same time zone as me. But everybody, if you have your things set to all, it should send you a notice. Walk in the Rain, did you get a notice that I was going live? We're waiting for this to cool off a little bit, folks, so I can press down on it more and see if it's set. If it's set, I won't have to use the heat gun. If it's not, I'll have to use the heat gun again. It's actually cool. That fan is cold, y'all. I'm going to tell you, that fan is cold. So we are doing Spooktacular. We're finishing up the Batwing earrings from the other part, and this is Spooktacular Halloween Extended Part 2. And we are working on this one to make sure that it is cured. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it just a little bit more. And then we can do the Art and Glow, which I am not sponsored by them. Well, I also, if everybody checks, if everyone looks at my post, you'll see I posted that this live was going to be today. One at 4 and then one at 7:30. You stuck. Hey, Walk in the Rain. I Walk in the Rain. If you check, do you know how to go to my page and you click on post instead of videos? And in those posts, you guys can thumb it up and you can leave remarks and everything. It's to let you know what I'm doing, whether I'm going to be live. And I try to do it ahead of time, way ahead of time. Like I put that post up, I think early this morning, this one. The other one I put up yesterday. So I'm waiting for this to cool off, and then I'm going to hit it with the heat gun again. And I'm trying to keep it from setting the alarm off. Yeah, if you don't have the notices turned on, it won't give it to you. What it'll do is what I noticed, like when launch goes and says something on my post, my actual post, community post, it'll send me a little YouTube thing and it'll show his little Yoda head on it. It lets you know when the person posts. Like yours would come up with the bird on it, Walk in the Rain. And the name is I Walk in the Rain, but I just call her Walk in the Rain. And while that's still sitting here, so you guys don't get bored while we're fixing, because they're still working on those earrings too over here. They're in the oven, guys. The UV oven. Later, I'm going to do some jewelry, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it tonight. But here's some hematite, halcomite. I don't even know how to say it. It's H-E something. It's a gemstone, and they're beautiful. I'm going to make earrings or that. And this is a agate coral. Of course, the light's getting it, the ring light. Trying to hold it up so the ring light doesn't get it so much. It's really pretty. It's an earth color. It's a real gemstone. Now these, I made these. These match my other faux turquoise. These are spacers that I made. They're spacer beads. You know, you can never have enough beads when you work in the business. They're actually really pretty. Hematite. Thank you, Walk in the Rain. My brain is not working. Thank you, thank you. And you're a good teacher, too. Look how you put that out on the screen. That is perfect. It's hematite, correct. I have the big ones, too, like that. I think that's a 20 by, or an 18 by 25 cabochon. So I have that also, that size in hematite. Because, you know, my real thing is wire wrapping and doing all that. The clay is just having fun. And here's my evil eyes. Woo! I didn't think about that. I could put an evil eye on this. On the necklace one, I could put one in the center. Couldn't I? What do you guys think? Yeah, he did for me too. Don't feel bad. He made it for me too, and I was good in English in school, but not now. Okay, this isn't done yet. I don't know what you guys think of that. What you think, if that would look good on it, the evil eye on this one. If not, just tell me. Somebody tell me, do you think the evil eye will look good or no? My fingers are in the way of the rest of the wing. Yeah, you think so? All right, well, I'm so used to calling you Andrew now or honey. Okay. Luckily, none of us are sexist in here or politically correct. At least not in my lives. If you're looking for someone politically correct, you have to go somewhere else. I'm not rude, but I'm not politically correct. Thank you, Walk in the Rain. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that'll look good on there. It'll give it a little something. And I want to make something out of this clay. This is the pearl. This is Primo Pearl Clay, and it's so pretty. But I am going to have to be careful with it. Because it's the one that I used that powder on, which set off the fire alarm and burnt them at the same time. Oh, let me show you guys this too. While we're waiting on that, and I'm waiting for this to cool down enough so I can hit it again with the heat gun, and it doesn't set off my fire alarm. I have some really pretty, I'll get that close up so you guys can see it. Hold on. Move the light up some. Move this down, and then I'm going to pull it up. Hopefully it'll focus. Is that focusing on that? God, it doesn't do it any justice. How do I get the light on this thing different? There's a way to do the light. Wait, it's on my thing. Hold on. I'm going to have to pull the phone out to see this or push it up higher. Let's see. Further. There we go. Lighting. This phone. There we go. You know what? This is a cool phone, you guys. This phone actually has lighting on it. If you can't see it, I'm going to pick it up because it's gorgeous. It's a abalone shell. I have a ton of these and cabochons. Hey, Moko, welcome in. Yay. And I'm going to do some earrings and necklace. This is genuine, as you can see, because there's the, like from the shell, like naturally that mark in it. This is abalone from California. And one day I'm going to show everybody how to make mock abalone out of polymer clay, because you can do it. I think that's so pretty. So what does everybody think about that, about doing that? We're not going to do that on here. We're going to put the evil eye on the necklace right here, and we're waiting. I think these may be done, but we're going to hit this again, guys, with the heat gun, the bat wing for the necklace. So be ready. If you have earphones on, just be ready for it making noise, okay? I'm just telling you. Here it comes. Here comes the heat gun. You kind of move it fast but slow too. You don't want to burn this clay, because you can burn it with the heat gun. I'm telling you, you can burn the clay. Okay, so now I'm going to let that set a few more seconds. I'm going to pull these out over here, which are the glow earrings. And they are really glowing. I kid you not. They are super glowing. Like big time. All right. Well, you know, they kind of, well, that one doesn't, but this one still feels kind of sticky. So I'll put it back in there under the light. All right. Can everybody see how shiny that is? I'm sorry, I was out of screen. So I have the setting on this now with the light. Yeah, it says Mocha launch. Which is fine, because I think it's making him show up twice as a subscriber. Don't change a thing. Thank you, everybody, for your support, too, here on this channel. It means so much to me. I really am so grateful for all my subs, all my moderators. Because if you got made a moderator, there's a reason. It means you're good enough. I do have a friend that's a moderator, but she doesn't know what she's doing, so she has no idea how to even be a moderator. No powders, see, for tonight. We are not having that. That's weird because it's always come up for mocha for me. Launch. So do you have two of them and don't realize it? Because I'm telling you, when you resub back to me, whatever happened, it jumped too. Don't change it. I like it. Just keep my count up. Okay, so I just wanted to thank everybody. I'm up. My count at the moment is 504, and I am so excited about that, and hoping to reach 1,000. So anyone who comes in, I'd be really grateful and appreciative if you thumb up the live and also become a subscriber. I give away gemstones once I get rolling, and I take people's names down. I already have a list of names that I give away genuine gemstones, and I'll do a piece for you. I'll do a necklace or a ring. I won't do bracelets because there's too much work and it gets real costly. It's costly enough with the gemstones. So I'm looking for my other pair of pliers because I need to straighten this out. I used a really heavy duty jump ring from Chainmail Joe, who I am not sponsored by either, to do the spooky-tacular batwing earrings, which we have in front. And the necklace part one is down here from part two, I mean. So that's the one for the necklace. I think we got it, guys. Yeah, I did it. I did it. I did it. So now all I got to do is get the powder on it and then cover it. And we're going to put resin. We're going to use resin to attach that evil eye with on the necklace ring. Necklace one. Can I show it with the light off? You mean this one? This one has a glow-in-the-dark powder on it. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm not sure. I have a little lamp that you can use on it too. That's with the light off. I'll turn the oven light off too. Wait a minute. I've turned the overhead light off. Yeah, it's got a light. Hold on. Let's see if it works. We're going to turn the overhead light off. Leave the fan running. Light off. Okay, guys, can you see that glow? That is actual glow from Art and Glow, and that's the green one. Can everybody see that? It actually is glowing. So can you see that, Sherry? It actually is glowing green. That's on the earring. It is glowing, I promise you. Yeah, you do. It's not from me. Don't forget to thumb up the live, everyone. It really helps with the algorithm. Okay, why am my light coming back on? My light, I turned my light off, and now it's not coming back on. Right? Maybe it wasn't a good idea. Okay, hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Can't see what I'm doing either. Because Sherry said, turn the light off. Okay. My ring light's not going to work now. For some reason. Did you hear what I said, Sherry? Ring light's not coming back on? What the hell? What happened to my screen? Let me turn the overhead light on. I got no light now, guys. You can blame Sherry. Yeah, my ring light stopped working. You think she left? I wonder why. Trying to figure out why my ring light's not coming back on. I said you can blame Sherry because she asked me to turn the light off. But you guys can still see okay, so I don't think it's a necessity that I have the ring light on, huh? No, it did. It's not coming back on, my ring light, Sherry. After I shut it off, it's not coming back on. But you guys can see okay anyway, can't you? So, someone walk in the rain, will you tell me that you can see everything in front okay? Because I had to shut off the ring light and it didn't come back on. So I don't know. It must have blew it by me shutting it off. Thank you. I appreciate that, walk in the rain. Okay. Because it looks dark in here to me, but that's because I'm used to having this ring light over here. That's really weird. I'm going to see. Let's see. I wonder if I've got one of those plug things. I'm going to try that and see if that works. Hang on, guys. I'm going to try something. I hope it works. Nope. It's shut. It's not going to work. I turned it off and it must have blew when I turned it off that time. Yep. Not going to work. No ring light. It's history. Yeah, but you asked me to cut my ring light off. It's darker for me. So, give me just a second here. And it's not coming back on either. Give me a second, folks. Try something else. And that was a good ring light. So, I'm not sure if this is going to work at all either. But I'm going to try. Hang on, guys. Spectacular bat wings. Extended Halloween. Let's see. There we go. Woohoo! We are not turning this one off. You know, that was the good lamp, Sherry? Isn't that a trip? I got the bad one that's working. Okay, so I got to get this one out of here. How the heck do I get it out of here? Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm moving ring lights. Well, that's a trip, Sherry, because the one that I didn't have plugged in was the bad one. And it works. Isn't that funny? That is so funny. My band is glowing green. Hold on. Yeah. Need to get this up higher. I'm the one who needs the ring light to see. You guys don't because I have the camera set right. And that's a cool feature, by the way. That is a feature from my phone that you can hit the lighting so it lightens it up. Isn't that something? My hand's glowing green because I was holding this. Okay, so now we're going to work on this one, the bat wing here. I got to turn that light back on over there so that keeps cooking the other one, the other bat spectacular earring. Okay. Get some more resin here. This is UV resin, folks. It does not harden up unless it has light on it. You have to use a UV light. You can get the little hand ones, by the way. I have a hand black light, but you can get the ones that are for UV resin. They're about $5 or $6, and you can do it hand. And they have tiny ones, too. Tiny ones. Walnut Witch has one that's really cool. It looks like a little space capsule. Okay, so we're going to resin this one. It's all baked now, folks. It's set. There we go. The lights are on. We had the lights completely out, and I turned my ring light off, and it won't light up again. But believe it or not, the one that was bad I had sitting out of the way. There's some spiritual universe thing helping me, because it came on. Okay, we're just using this little round thing, like a little, I did it like you would a bubble thing. What are you guys babbing about? Dennis got you in trouble. Okay. So while we're doing the Batwing Spectacular Part 2 for the necklace, I'm getting ready to set this eye on here. And when I do, I'm going to put resin on it. There's resin already, so I want to get it in there before that resin even sets. Can you guys see how it's kind of floating in the resin? I'll bring it up as close as I can so that maybe you can see what I'm talking about. There's like resin right on the edge bottom there. I didn't even know the phone had that light built into it so that you could make the film show up lighter until the last couple of times, and it's on this phone. My other phone didn't have that, but it really helps. Okay, so we're going to put some more resin on this because we're going to put it over the evil eye on the Bat Spectacular Part 2 Extended Halloween. And you can do this with anything, folks. You can use resin to seal just about anything. I always recommend, though, because if you're going to bake it or something, like say, because people would have baked this, and it's already done because we use the, I got to move it. See, I got a glop of resin there. So where's my napkin? Yeah. I'm just going to wipe that right off. There we go. Don't want to touch the top of this. I want to get that resin off there because, sorry about that. We just want the resin to be on here. There we go, and I'm just pressing that down. And then we're going to put it over in the oven with the other bat wing that's still going for the earrings. Be nice, Mocha. Walk in the Rain is a beautiful name. And by the way, that is an African bird that she uses or whatever used that name. And it's beautiful. It's like rainbow colors. I have never seen a bird like that. So we're still working on this. Andrew, are you still here with me? Are you still in the room? It says we have 3 people, so it's probably, hey, Walk in the Rain. A lilac breasted roller. That is a beautiful bird. You guys look at her picture or his picture. Look at their picture. It's beautiful. That is a beautiful bird. I have never seen one like that before. Never. It's gorgeous. I had to ask because they said it's a real bird because I thought it was fake because of the coloring. So you can see what we're doing. There's the evil eye. I set the resin on top of it. I'm looking through the camera because but if I put the resin any more to the edge, it will be coming off of it. So we're going to move this now over to here. And it's going to go in the oven there. Wait a minute. I know there's a way to get this to do this. Did my camera go off or something? No, it's catching the oven the wrong way. Okay, back it up. And I got to make this smaller because it's not picking it up. There we go. There's the eye, the evil eye bat wing that's going to be the necklace. And it's in the oven right now. Can everybody see that? What is Temu drunk? Most of the stuff that comes from Temu, I hate to tell people, is actually stuff you buy off of Amazon. You get ready because it's definitely them because a lot of their third-party stuff is from them. Okay, can everybody see the spooktacular bat wing that just went in with the resin and stuff? And you know what, guys? I forgot to put the glow on it. So I'm going to try. Wow, I did forget because I was so anxious to get that eye on there. Let's see if we can get that blue on there now. We're going to try and get the blue on it now. Yeah, because you have a Samsung just like me. No, because believe it or not, Amazon delivered one of my dressers that came from Temu. How about that? It's truth. I'm telling the truth. Because I was so shocked. I'm like, what? Okay, now we're going to do this experiment where I blow it off and hope it stays on there. All right, here we go. I wonder if I do it with the heat gun, if it'll blow it off, not burn it. Okay. I'll get a piece of paper and wipe the rest off. I goofed. It should have gone on there before I did the resin. Wow. So I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. Hopefully. There we go. It works. It's not great, but it works. So I'm cleaning up the bat wing is what I'm doing. You guys wonder, what's she doing? There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Okay, so now I'm going to go and put this under the oven light, the blue one. I think it'll look pretty nice when it's done. I may have to put some more powder on that other end and then cover it again. Yeah, you got it. You know what I'm saying. Spectacular Extended Halloween Part 2. So we're waiting now on this. Yeah, I have to keep doing my camera sideways so you can see it in there. That one's the blue one right there. And I'm going to slide it further in so it gets under that light a little better. Then we're going to try something. Your phone has a stutter? I tell you, Boss Star came running through to check on me earlier. Up, do you hear her? She's in here. Where are you at, Boss Star? Come here, kitty kitty. Come see Mommy. I'll give you a treat if you come see me on camera. She's in my closet. Come on, get up here. I'll give you a treat. Get up here. Okay. Say hi, everybody. I'm coming to make sure Mommy's doing it right. This is Star. I am the boss. So what are you doing? I'm busy. I'm busy. She said, I'm busy. Okay, hang on. Yeah, you're rubbing on the phone, telling everybody she loves you. See? She's the boss. Come on, Star, look. Come here, baby. Oh, see, she got down there on the floor. Come on, do you want it? She's had a lot of treats today, so. Star, kitty, kitty. There you go. Okay. Boss is gone. Boss Star is gone. Yeah. Thank you, Walk in the Rain. I love her. She's spoiled. Okay, so I'm going to try something. I'm not too sure, so this is like an experiment. We're going to try to what? Put holes in this. And I'm going to use the Dremel. And I got to find my Dremel bits. I know they're in here. I just had them. Don't you hate that when you know you just had something? Oh, and those spacer beads I was showing everybody. For everybody who was here, and I think you were here that time too, Walk in the Rain, when I made this. When I wire wrapped this, it's the faux turquoise with real malachite beads on silver. Faux turquoise. And resin. Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty. Yeah, she is. She's waiting for me to get out of her chair. You are so right. She is definitely waiting. Okay, so we're going to work on this. I'm going to try. How am I going to do this? I don't know where my bits are. And we'll have bits here mean for the drill, not my bits. I don't have bits. Okay, let's see here. Mm-hmm. Whoa. I may not be able to drill these tonight because I may have to come on the second part and do the drilling. But I'm going to drill them, guys, on the bottom, and we're going to add these hanging off of them, like this. Each one will be a different length to hang off the bottom of the earring. Yeah, and one night you guys will get to see me work on brass copper bracelets, hand hammer and cut. See some of my real work, my real handiwork. So we're waiting on those two pieces. Excuse me, too hardened up. I wish I knew where my drill bit thing was because I have to drill it. You can't use a hand drill on it because you'll break the clay. You have to use a drill bit because it goes real fast. So in part 2, I may have found the drill bits by then. But we at least did get the necklace one started and in the oven. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You're all awesome. Awesome, awesome. Did I get, you know what? Oh, I got it off, thank God. I got some resin on my screen on the back side. I don't know how I did that. So we're going to do these. Right now, we're waiting on this in the oven right there to cure. There's the blue one. Look, some of the blue stuff came off on the tray. But man, that's going to sparkle. That blue's going to look good, Will Hat. Andrew, it's going to look really good. It really is going to be beautiful. Thank you so much, Walk in the Rain. I wish you could because I need to drill this. It's crazy. Like, you know you need something. And I set everything in here I thought that I needed, you know, hand-wise to get to. Where is that other? All this was prop stuff that I had over here. The tarot card book and the skeleton, which fell off because I was having him talk to Sherry. So we're still working on this. I'm still trying to factor in where my drill bits are. And another thing that's a really handy tool to have, everybody, just so you know, I think I've said this before, but it's in a previous live, is this. It's an electronic digital caliber. And you can set it to 0 right there. And you can do millimeters or inches. Yeah. Okay, so you can use this, which is really cool. It'll tell you what gauge it is. It's 0.74. I think I got it on centimeters. I want it on inches. You just put it on there and move it, and it'll tell you that's 0.5 the width. You can also measure the size of it from top to bottom. They're really nice to have. Okay, hold on one second, folks. A little patience here while we're waiting on those two pieces in the oven, UV oven. You think it looks like a butterfly wing? I've never seen a butterfly wing look that way. Yeah, Walking the Rain's an awesome person. I love them. And I love Andrew. And I love Lana and Launch, everybody. I just don't know where my drill bits are. Thought they were sitting right over here because I pulled them out. I said, so I'll have them. And by the way, when everything gets going and I start doing the bracelets and all that, if you're interested, I'm going to be giving this away as one of the prop gifts. And pull it back. Everybody see that? The box got a little beat up, but it's brand new. That's really cool. It's a smart light sound machine. Has sunrise, dimmable, alarm clock, sound machine, music, natural sleep aid sound machine, app control, lifetime free. You can answer the phone, and it's wireless charging and 16,256 lighting modes. And sunrise simulation wake up and dimmable and an alarm clock. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I am still searching while we're waiting on that one that's in the oven. This is crazy. I know. You know what happens too? I put stuff up thinking, okay, I'll know where it is because I got it up nice and neat, and then I lose it. I also want to use some of these on the chain. These are real coral. I always use with the polymer clay, I usually try to use one gemstone or a real bead. These are coral, they're real coral. And I'm going to put them on the necklace. So, now let me see. If I break this wing, I'll just blame whatever. Because I cannot find my drill bits. This is crazy. I don't think that I can poke the hole in with these because it already has resin on it, and I don't think it'll let me, but I'll try. If it works, I'll be grateful. Oh, haha. No, that's not going to work because of the resin. I definitely have to use a drill bit. Unless I can try this. Let's see. What do I do with that piece of wire? I need a hard piece of wire. We'll see. If you got headphones on, turn them down. No, it's not going to do it. It's not sharp enough. God, what happened to my drill bits? You watch. As soon as I get off here to come back on at 7:30, I'll find the drill bits, and then I'll do it then too, because we're going to be working on some of the same things. The reason I did 2 lives is not only to get watch time and thumbs up, but some people wanted the lives earlier, whereas I'm used to doing them at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I thought on the weekends I would try to come on at 4 and then 7:30. Yeah, that's why I don't want to use it. I need the drill bit, because the drill bit will go through it real quick. So I'm going to use another piece of silver and make another hoop to go in this and then I'm going to make the ring for the earring. And I'm using para wire for the rings. Okay. Where is my cutters? There they are. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't have my nylon pliers to straighten this out. So I'll cut a big piece so I can cut off this end here. I'll save it. It's got to be straightened out. And then I'm going to use these, which normally I use my barrel pliers, which I don't know where they are either. But we're going to use this, folks. And you just put it right there. Want it to be right at the end like that. Can everybody see that okay? Right at the end like that. And then you're going to wrap it around to there. And then move your pliers as you're turning it. I'm using the wider end because I want to get a bigger ring. We're just going to keep doing that. Keep spinning it around and holding it. And this is going to make jump rings for us. Smaller, but they should go through that. The large jump ring. I just keep holding my finger down on it. You can take your other finger and press it down. This is 18 gauge para wire because I'm only using it for the jump rings. You do not want to use it for the ear wires. When I make the ear wires, they're going to be made out of like 24 or 26 or 22 gauge. Okay, now I need to cut these jump rings so I can put them into the larger jump ring here on this. I'm just going to cut this like that. Yeah, or I think I am. Jeez, come on now. There we go. I really had to press down on that, folks. Let's see, look at all those jump rings just from wrapping that. So you got handmade 6 jump rings out of that wrap on the round nose pliers. Pretty cool. Okay, and then we're going to take 1 or 2 of those and hook them together and keep hooking them up. And then I'm going to make an ear wire for that. Okay, so I'm going to use the flat nose. And you can use your other pliers too if you want. But I'm going to use it so that I can open this jump ring here. I'm sorry if it blurs some, but it doesn't blur as bad as the other camera phone did. This actually works pretty good. I'm shocked how well it works. Okay, so we're going to hold this. And usually you pop it until it clicks. But we're going to open this because, oh, well, that's not going to work. Did I break it? Okay. I'm going to open it this way. And then we're going to put it through here. Everybody see that? Like that? And I'm going to add like 3 of these on each one like this so that when I put the ear wire on, the earring will dangle. And they're very lightweight, by the way, folks. These are not heavy at all. It might look like it's heavy, but I promise you it's not. It's not heavy at all. It's really lightweight. Yep. Okay, so that one's on and closed. We're going to attach 2 more on there. Got to get 2 more on here. I need to press that down. It didn't look like it closed. Make sure that's closed. Okay, then we're going to take the next jump ring. I know they're small, but it's for earrings, so, you know. There goes the second one in. Can everybody see that? You're saying hi. Thank you so much, Sherry. I really appreciate that. You're awesome. Okay, so everybody check it out. We're going to put 3 jump rings on this. And then we will make the ear wire to go in this one. I have the other one in the oven still cooking. In the UV oven cooking. Okay, so that clicked. And that makes... They're so small. I made them so small, but there's a reason. So we have 2 on here now. And we're going to put a 3rd one on. And I'm going to have to make another set because I'm not going to have enough. There we go. There's number 3. And it'll hang like that from the ear wire. And it's going to dangle. That's what we want it to do. We want it to dangle. Yeah, I was hoping they'd turn out really well. But with the phone doing what it did and keeping me from being able to go live during Halloween, I told everybody in my post, if everybody reads my post in the community tab, you just go to my home page and hit, it'll say lives, videos, shorts. You want to hit the word post. You'll have to pull it over on the screen to get it to come up. So you'll have post. And it'll tell you when I'm going live and what I'm doing most of the time. I can't tell everything because I always add stuff like fixing the earrings tonight because they were almost completely done when Walk in the Rain and Andrew and Mocha was here the last time. Thank you so much, Walk in the Rain. You rock too. You know you do. Okay, so we're gonna I'm going to find silver wire. That's the right gauge for this so that I can make the ear wire. I wish I had had copper for this jump ring to fit it, but I had to have a big one. That's the only one that would fit it. Okay. That won't work. Okay. I'm working on getting the right wire, guys. Give me just a second here. I apologize. It's here in my Paula stuff. And maybe on that blue one, I might add these. These are 6mm burgundy Swarovski pearls. Kind of give it some color because as they hit the light, the color changes. It doesn't stay the same. Thank you so much, Sherry, for all your support and rooting me on. I really appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, and I'm thinking about using these. These are like, I think these are around 2mm, these silver metallic beads when I put on the chains on the bottom of here. I will see if I can do a couple of beads on the top through it with the jump ring. I think it'll look really pretty. It'll make it really pop. So you're in Spooktacular Extended Halloween Part 2, finishing up the batwing earrings and creating the batwing necklace. And this live is going to be in 2 parts. It's part 2. It's going to be in 2 parts. So at 7:30, I'll come back on because I'm going to end the live at 7 o'clock. I hope everybody will come back. Because I don't want you guys to have to sit here this long, but I also want you to be able to enjoy what I do. Okay, so I'm going to try this. This is some really soft silver wire to use for my earring top. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. This is also parawire, by the way. I bought a lot of my stuff. It's 2 or 3 years ago. I have no idea what it costs now for stuff. It's probably way more expensive. Hey, did I lose my live? Because it said you're live. It was like I blinked out and it came back. That's weird. I've been live longer than 27 minutes. I started at 4 o'clock. What is going on with this thing? Huh. Did you guys know that I came on at 4 p.m.? I did. I came on at 4 p.m. It's after 7. But my thing counter up there is saying live 27 minutes, 24 seconds. I've been in here since 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's 6:29. Okay. If you don't have, which I don't know where my barrel nose is, but I learned this from watching Vaughn. You can use a pill bottle or some kind of round hard thing to make your earring round. Just like that. You just wrap it around whatever you want. And you do 2 of them. Because we're going to make these these are going to be like hoops at the top. Should they be smaller hoops or bigger ones? Can somebody tell me? Do you think these should be smaller or bigger? Because this is going to actually be the earring. It's going to actually be the earring part. You think it should be bigger? This part? That's huge. That is a huge ring. Trust me, it's big. I'm going to do the second one because I want to have it made, and then I can put it in that other earring. Now, what did I do with that piece of silver I just had? Anyway, we got one. So we're going to do the one. Thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate it. So now we have to take our pliers. I wish I had my barrel nose. I have no clue what I did with them. But anyway, we're going to use the round nose because we need in fact, I want to do it on this side. This will be the front, and this will be the back. And just wrap that around just like that. Kind of bend it over like that. And then we're going to do the front. Like that. I'm going to have to bend this a little bit to make that do that. There we go. And I'm going to put it back around the round thing. So I round it back up. To try to keep it round like it should be. Okay. I'm going to pull this forward this way. Oops, sorry. Keeps blurring. Is it blurring on you guys? Keeps blurring. Sorry about that. Let's try this one. Oh. Let's try this. This should work. I hope. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. I just want to get it round again. See, once you start putting in where it should hook, it gets smaller. Wow. Okay. So this actually is the top part of the earring, and it pulls apart like that and goes through the front part of your ear, or the back part, however you're going to put it on, and then you just slide it up into this hoop thing here, and that's where it'll hold. Why is that blurry? Are you guys having blurry? See, it takes a lot of wire just to make the hoop. And so that's the top part of the earring, which I think is going to look really cool. Let's see if I can do this on my ugly mug. It was focused on my hand, but it's better now. Okay. Let me just a second here. Well, my ears are not open, so I was going to put it in, but my ears aren't open. I'll have to open my ears later to show you guys, maybe in the second video. But that's how it'll look. And it will dangle. That's why the jump rings are there. So I don't think it's too bad. It's not a keychain. It actually is an earring, and that's the top part. And that's how it goes together when you hook it in your ear. And so I could, but I don't want to hammer in you guys' ears. But I think if it were me, I would probably, and I know I'm going to, so we're going to do it. My block's a little funky, but it works. This thing is heavy. This block will break that. So I'm going to put it right here on the edge and lay that down there. Everybody see that? And then we're going to use the chase hammer. If you got your headphones in, turn them down. I'm going to take this out of here until I finish hammering it. We're going to give it a nice hammered look, and it'll look really nice, folks. I promise you. And you just take your hammer and go down and push away. Hammer, go down and push away. I don't think it'll be heavy for your ears, but you need to turn down your sound. Really turn down your sound, folks. It's going to be loud for a second. Sorry for the noise. We're doing we're work hardening this, and as we work harden it, I'm also giving it some texture. So to make the front look the same as the back. All right, and then we're going to take this. Everybody okay? Then we're going to take this and roll it a little more now that it's flattened. I'm going to roll that a little bit. Not much, just a little. And then we have to bend this sort of this way so that it will go up in there. All right. I like that. I like it better that way with the texture. What do you guys think? And just the plain silver. Yeah, you could torch this too. You can anneal it to make it softer too. Okay, so now we're going to get it back into the jump rings, onto the actual spectacular bat wing, right through that, right through there like that. All right, and then we hook it like that. And that will go in your ear just like that too, believe it or not. Turn around so they can see you. Oh, the blue stuff in this is mica powder. It's jacquard mica powder. That doesn't glow. Yeah, I like its looks too. It's really beautiful. So what do you guys think about the hand-hammered ring for the top part of the earring? Do you like that or not? Hey, Arky, nice to see you. Thank you. I think it's pretty cool too. This is the batwing earrings we're finishing up. And then I'm gonna, I've got a, I'll show you real quick. I got to turn the camera sideways to do this. I got another one in here, and that one has blue on it. Is that clear for everybody? Can everybody see that? Absolutely, I will. As soon as I get his notice so I can subscribe back to him, because his name is different up here. Arkeys Road 9002. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Hang on. I bet I can do it. Hold on, guys. I can do this while you're here, Arky. Hey, is that Arky from our thing? Wait a minute. Give me a second. I'm trying to do something, Arky, for you and me. Okay, I just pinned him, but how do I? There's supposed to be a way I can hook to him so I can subscribe to him right off the channel. Why is it not offering that to me? All right, Arky, I'm going to subscribe to you too. I promise. Hang on, my camera. I had to get it back in this thing. Sorry. I'm going to subscribe to you too. Arky, type something. You should have a wrench now. Make sure you thumbs up the live while you're in here, because that's really the only way it helps me. Thank you so much, Walk in the Rain. I think it came out really well. Sorry about the... I mean, it's hand hammered, so I think this looks a lot better than just the plain metal because it gives the earring hoop texture. And then those, and then it just hangs. It's a dangler, a dangle bat wing. Thank you, Arky. I appreciate that. Arky, can you say something else? I just made you a standard moderator. I wonder why it's not showing. Let's see again. I know I did. Yeah, I have you as a moderator. Get Arky to say something because he should have a wrench now. Sherry, does he have a wrench? I gotta slide this up. It says you're a moderator now, Arky. Does it show? You guys, I'm having a hard time seeing the screen. Sorry. We're still waiting on these two pieces to come out of the oven. One's blue and the other one's green, and it's Art and Glow powder. That's really cool. Hey, it says no one's in the room. What is going on? That's really weird. It said 0 people were in the room a minute ago. And I hit something and it said it uploaded a 48-second short. Oh my God, it'll be awful. Cool. Still here. Awesome. Walk in the Rain. Awesome, Sherry. Hey, can anybody see Arky's wrench? Because I made him a moderator. I can't see it. And now it says I have one person in the room on my end. I'm telling you. And it says I've only been live 43 minutes. Oh, good. Thank you so much. And Arky, I'm going to subscribe to you. Just make sure you subscribe to me so that I can catch you, so that I'll be able to subscribe to you as soon as I get off here. I thought, like, because I've done it in other people's rooms, you click on someone's name and you can subscribe to them. That's what I'm trying to do. That's really weird. That is really weird. Okay. Folks, we're still working on this. And I'm going to have a second live at 7:30. I hope everyone will come back because it'll be the finishing up the necklace and also finishing up these in here. One is the one with the blue Art and Glow flounder, and the other one is the other earring with the green Art and Glow. And I am not sponsored by them. And I'm using jump rings that are made by Chainmail Joe, and I'm not sponsored by him either, but they're the best place if you're going to get them. Thank you. Walk in the Rain, I don't know what it is, but I swear on a stack of non-Bibles that this thing is saying I've only been on 45 minutes. And I know better because you guys have been here with me almost the whole time. Yeah, if you can't come back to the second live, you'll be able to watch the video because I'm going to finish up everything. But I thought hand hammering the earring part, because it is supposed to be kind of funky goth Halloween. It's not a look. I have done pearls and everything else and real gemstones, but these are fun and someone will like them. Know that you are more than one. You must be one with me, walk in the rain. They'll get me for teaching a Buddha class. Okay, so we're doing Spooky Spectacular Part 2, finishing up the earrings so that they are done, and we are working on the batwing necklace, which is using Art and Glow blue with, I used Sculpey original for the veins, which is white, and then I used the powder on them to change the color, and I used hard resin to seal them. That way they're more like glass. And this is not real expensive. And I tell you, it does not harden without the UV light. But you can get a small hand UV light and do it that way too. People do it. I love what you said, walk in the rain. That is so cool. Okay, so I had pinned Arky too, where he said neat. And I tried to subscribe to him from here, but it doesn't give me that option. And I've had it before where you could do it in other people's rooms, but I guess you can't do it in your own room. So we got about 12 minutes left, and I'm just going to tell you some things that I'm going to be doing because the second live's going to come in, and we're going to finish up, and we're going to make a necklace. Let me let me revert what I said about the resin. It's sticky, like resin spilled in here, and there's a real gemstone in there I've got to clean off. There's two real gemstones. Resin actually spilled down and on the bottom. So the stuff is messy, and you got to be careful. Just trust me. Star, the kitty boss, is the one who caused that havoc, by the way. She caused my resin to spill. When I wasn't here, she ran across the table and knocked it over. This actually looks better in real person than it does on the camera. But I like the hand hammered effect, and we're going to have both earrings that way. And I also showed you, even though it shows a little bit, I showed you how I repaired it without using glue or anything, just putting the clay on top of it and then covering it in resin. I got to slide this up. I can't see what anybody's saying. Sorry. And we're still working on these in the oven. This is part 2, Halloween Spooky Extended for the Batwing necklace, which is in blue with an evil eye on it there, curing right now. And then the green one is still curing. Exactly, walk in the rain. Ah, laugh out loud. You went out for a minute and walked in the rain. Is it actually raining where you are, Sherry? It's probably raining here. We had that loud wind earlier. I can barely tell if it rains in this apartment. It actually is almost soundproof. So everybody, don't forget to thumbs up the live. I'm coming back at 7:30, and we're going to finish up these earrings and get that necklace started. And I'm going to use probably, I've got to look to see. I do have some blue purple beads, or I may even, with the batwing necklace, since I put an evil eye on it, is put like 4 evil eyes and put them on a chain. Oh, it's snowing when you fed the strays earlier. Wow. Yeah, I think she did answer you. Did you not see it? She's pretty good at answering. Okay, so folks, I hope that you will come back. Walk in the Rain, Will Hat, everyone, please come back. Mocha, Sherry, and whoever else is in here, because we're going to start part 2 at 7:30. Wow, 30 degrees out where you are walking the rain? That's pretty cold. We've been having freezes out here, overnight freezes. Yeah, she's in Iowa. I forgot you were in Iowa. You know what? One of my certificates where I graduated, my bachelor's, was out of Iowa because I did it online. That was an expensive school trip. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. I will be back at 7:30 and we will finish this. It'll be part 2 of part 2 video for spooky, spectacular batwing necklace and earrings. And we're going to get the chains on them tonight. So I love everybody. Thank you all for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and I will see hopefully all of you at 7:30. So I'm going to say goodnight for now, Sherry and everybody, and Walk in the Rain, and Mocha, and Will Hat, and Arky. Thank you so much for coming aboard. I really appreciate it. And I will see you at 7:30. I hope you come back. All right, good night for now, folks. I love every one of you and each one of you because without you, this wouldn't be possible. So I will see you at 7:30. So bye for now. Keep crafting and be happy.